I was going to say, welcome.
Welcome to Real Human Voices.
Reading really old books.
Good morning.
Good evening. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. And welcome.
Human Voices reading really old books. We are the Human Voices.
Reading really old books. And plays, apparently.
Potato, potato.
Tomato, tomato. Well, I would love to know the etymology of tomato as opposed to using tomato. Because it's like, let's face it, everybody in America who sailed the seas came from England, so they must have said tomato or tomato.
Well, when you come right down to it, most regional U.S. accents are derived from UK, except for in the Midwest, where they seem to come from Norway.
Yeah,
that's where they get that lilt. But yeah, it's a good question. That might be it. Come to think of it, it might be a combination of different European accents.
Do you not find that a lot of people in the Midwest also sound a little teeny tiny little bit Canadian?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's all part and parcel. It's all the hello, Odie.
Hello,
Hi,
hello. Watcher, why do you not have a spanner as well? Hello, both of you. How are you doing? How are things? Yes, our core people I have made moderators, including the Watcher.
Sorry. I thought you were calling him a spanner. I'm like, that's not nice.
Yeah, that's that has been one of my favorite go-tos to call people. Hey, bloody spanner. It is a UK thing indeed. Hello, lovely people. How are you doing?
That was one of my favorite ones. Is you're great, numpty.
You're great, numpty. I love it. So lovely beans. I have a bit of a throat issue.
Likewise.
Yeah, so we're both a bit hoarse. Well, I'm not a little horse or a little pony. I'm so funny. Womble. Anything in front of Womble or Waffle is hilarious.
I've heard of the Wombles, but I don't think I've heard anyone be called a Womble, except for the Wombles.
Oh, Wombles are awesome. Of course, to go with the job, Watcher? But no, it's like you should both have blue names. I don't know why yours hasn't gone blue. I need to have a look at this and see why. Maybe because the thing is, when we make people moderators, they should all have like the blue lettering and a little blue spanner. And I put you on today, so it should show, and I'm not sure why not. Ooh. Yeah, you'll have to use your normal ones for now. But yes, I've given you guys the core wonderful people, the power, the mighty power, the power of the babe. Yeah, that sounds wrong actually, because yeah, I'm not referring to myself as a babe. It's a Labyrinth reference, as you probably know. So, but yes, throat issues. Yeah, throat issues. I've actually had a very, very enlightening week this week. So, as I said, it's just gonna Bear's gonna be helping me out a bit extra with the live. So he's gonna probably take the weight of the live more than I. But we'll both be doing the chitter chatter and the players and whatnot. But he's gonna be doing the Three Musketeers. I did AI art and everything for it. Yeah, I did, didn't I? So, but I was looking out for Northman because he made a brilliant comment, and he was saying, "So is Bear gonna do this in that French accent, maybe?" So Bear's accent doing a French accent will be outstanding, in my opinion.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
The power of the universe in a little bitty living space. Yeah. Indeed. So I will apologize.
Phenomenal cosmic powers.
Yeah.
I think you'll find it's phenomenal cosmic powers.
What's phenomenal? Why is it phenomenal for phenomenal powers?
You're not, yeah. Ink is not was not a Disney kid, so she doesn't understand. But you know Robin. But you know Robin Williams. That's that. He was the. So okay.
I'm not a Disney kitten, so I don't understand.
A Disney kid. A Disney
Oh,
kid.
kid. I thought you said kitten there. I was like, what?
A Disney kid. No,
Oh.
yeah.
So I was doing the tune.
John and the Three Musketeers.
Freaking loved that when I was a kid. Oh man, that was absolutely brilliant, that cartoon. It was BBC One at 5:35 in the afternoon. It was fantastic. Wow. Yeah, I say kid, I was practically a teenager, but yes. Have you never seen Italian Bear?
No. I think you, now that I think of it, I think you might have mentioned it before.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
I went on a real tangent there. Sorry, what Disney Kid? That was it. So we went back to
It's a reference. Yeah, it's Robin Williams doing the genie in Aladdin. That's what he's talking about. He has phenomenal cosmic powers. His living space is the lamp.
I see. See, yes, Bez right. I wasn't really a Disney person. Now, I might be wrong because I thought it was 5:30. The Box of Delights was definitely 5:35 on BBC One, but I'm beginning to think, was Dogtanian on ITV or was it on BBC One? I think it might have been ITV, but that would have been 4:20, maybe. I remember because there was a golden hour where my parents went home.
Yeah.
And I knew full well they wouldn't be.
Oh, I know when we were kids, we didn't need the TV guide. We knew exactly when all the stuff we wanted to watch was on.
Oh no, I was we had ours very, very limited. It was like
Yeah.
when the living room was open and when they
Yeah.
weren't in and when it was my parents were not big advocates of TV. I think that's why I like my books so much. Books are fun. Books are my friends. Sad face.
That's one of the things I find, and you know, we spoke about this before, Ink, as well, is I did watch a lot of TV, but I remember doing a lot of reading. I remember doing a lot of TV reading and spending about as much time, you know, just exploring in the woods. You know, my day on Saturday when I was a kid was to ride my bike 3 miles into the village to the library, get a bunch of books, ride it back home, and spend the afternoon on the porch reading books. You know.
Yeah, but don't forget about the 25 miles that you actually walked through a cliff and up a mountainside.
Uphill both ways.
Yeah, with no shoes on. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you had a bat and ball for company.
3 feet of snow. Oh yeah.
Yeah, 3 feet of snow. That was only last week.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, 3 channels. It was BBC
exactly.
One, BBC Two, and ITV in the UK. But to be perfectly fair, when I left home, 16 years of age, was the first time I actually owned my own TV, and I had a black and white one with a dial, and I didn't have the bunny ears on it. It had a circle aerial, like it was in a circle.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. And I tell you something, before I left home, one of the most beautiful things I ever saw was the actual beginning of Channel 4. And to this day, it's the only channel TV I will actually watch. Bear will tell you. I literally, it's got the best programs on there. But then again, iPlayer can come up with a few good ones now and again.
Once in a while, BBC has its moments, but by and large, from what you've shown me, Channel 4 has the much better programs on. But the circle ones, they were the ones you couldn't adjust. You had to literally you had to lick your fingers and pinch it and move your arm.
And you know something was wonderful about our little Taskmaster? Oh my God, no.
Taskmaster. Yeah.
I have created a demon. I introduced Bear to Taskmaster.
I love
Taskmaster. I think that is actually your favorite show, isn't it?
The thing about Taskmaster and what I really like about it is, hi Rose, is how it has introduced me to so much British comedy talent that I was unaware of. Between that and, you know, like 8 out of 10 Cats and you know, Big Fat Quiz and all that stuff. I love that they have that you can tell that it's a very tight-knit community. They all know one another. They all go back and forth on each other's shows, and I love it.
Yes. And you can tell about our little tight-knit community because apart from Watch, which I still don't know what's going on, I think it's because you've got a really long name, but I will work that out. But yes, we've got our little nice tight community of moderators here. I love it. I was just looking out for Northman as well, see if he'd be able to turn up, but I'm not sure if he'll be coming today. But yes, we are all of an age. We are all GenXrs, I believe. So that is So that means we're pretty awesome. We're Gen Xers or Gen X adjacent, or Gen X by proxy. I think anybody who is a part of our little community is Gen X by proxy, because we are awesome.
I think regardless of the time frames they give, it's 85 and 65 to 85. That's just 20 years. It's a generation.
But I didn't realize, talking about that, a generation is 20 years. Absolutely agree with that. But millennials only have 15 years as well.
Yeah, the theory that I've heard, one thing that I read was that society is changing at such a faster rate that the generational norms are kind of condensing. I'm not sure I buy that, because people are still people. The only thing that's really accelerating is technology. I don't see how that changes the way a generation defines itself, really.
I think technology is definitely going to implode shortly. I think the reason they've shortened those, like you said, they have shortened it down because of technology and whatnot. But yeah, and then everything needs to. Why are they speeding it up to 15 years when everything needs to slow down? I had a train of thought there, but it's gone off to Zimbabwe. Don't know what it is.
All right.
It has transgressed my mortality and my conscious memory. Hey, so are you all doing well? Are we all happy? Are we all joyful? And are we all looking forward to a little bit of a read? Because what we're going to do is we've got a little play. We've got 1-act plays that we found, which are actually quite funny. And we've done our homework. We haven't properly read through them, so it'll be a blind read, which is generally the best way, I find.
Absolutely. We can all enjoy it at the same time. Yes.
Exactly. And then Bear will do the Three Musketeers, and yes, but I don't know. Will you be able to drive the PDF, or should I drive the PDF?
I think you got a better handle on it.
Well, it's there. Look, then PDF. It's like being at school.
At school we had the one with just the light, and so the paper was on a clear piece of like vellum, and it shone the light up through, and had a mirror that projected it onto the
my goodness, when I was at school, it was the absolute highest honor if you got to change the overhead projector filament for the
nobody
in assembly. Goodness,
nobody in my classes were ever trusted with that. That was always the teacher. They were smarter than that.
Yeah.
By way of an example of how trustworthy we were when we were kids, I remember once we were learning about the way the post office worked, and the post office from where the elementary school was probably about a quarter-mile walk from the elementary school. So we walked down the road, and we all were hanging onto a rope to keep us in line. So we were all lined in orderly and going. And about maybe 100 yards from on the way back, they're like, "Well, you guys have been so good. We'll tell you what. Why don't you don't have to worry about the rope. You can just let go of the rope." And the second they said that, it was Ricochet Rabbit. We were off like a shot. We just going. Like, they all called us back and made us pick up the rope again and walk the rest of the way.
Oh my goodness! Hold on, I think I found an image. I was just going to try and like rustle it up on Bleagle the Eagle, apparently. There we go. Let's see if I can blargle. I'm just going to download this like a professional that I am. We want a transparent background. I shouldn't have put a background on this. I'm so silly. This is my creative process, by the way. It's just basically I kind of like just bosh things together. Transparent background, please. Thank you. There we go. Happy days. I remember the days before I had Canva, bodging things together in Microsoft Word. Right, let's see if I can add this on. Image file. Downloads. Come on now.
That's the one.
It's coming to get ya.
That's the one. Oh, you're a boomer watcher. No kidding.
Hey, using a payphone. Good. Well, hey, boomers are awesome, so don't even boomers, Gen X, millennials. We've got this. I mean, Cubs have got badger and brownies. Now, the payphone thing, that was essential. Being Army family, you always had 10p in your pocket to be able to use a payphone. But I think we're quite lucky in the UK. We had the red payphones. And they always smelt of wee. They always stank. They were horrible. Apparently, they're now being made in things like little miniature libraries and little kind of like coffee shops and things.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was. Well, we've got little like those little free libraries, except instead of looking like that, they look like the TARDIS.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's like 3 of them that I pass when I'm usually at work. But yeah, I completely forgot my train of thought. Anyways, go ahead.
Dead air. Right. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to. I can't even see the flipping
Oh,
thing. My
with
goodness
the
gracious.
with the payphone, like we didn't know, we weren't always told to keep change in our pocket, but we were told how collect calls work.
If I did that, I would have been thrown out of the house as soon as I even got home. If I'd have dared to do a reverse charge call.
That's the thing. That's the thing. We were taught that if we called, our name was I'm downtown, come get me. Do you accept the charges? No, I don't. And they'd come get it. That's how that worked.
It's genius. Oh my goodness. Now, Dee's brought up the getting the badge in Cubs and brownies. Fun fact. I went to exactly one brownie meeting. In fact, it wasn't even one brownie meeting. It was half a brownie meeting. And it was almost as if what they would do is like, you go there, they give you this like little brown uniform because you're a brownie and you got a belt and a little purse on it and everything. And yeah, the little yellow kind of bow tie thing, right? And a little bobble hat, which was awesome. The bobble hat was fantastic as far as I was concerned. But literally, I had all the gear. It was on army camp, and basically, my mum like took us down there, so get rid of the kids for half an hour, sort of thing. I can't remember where my sibling was, but she. It came to the point I'd literally been there 10 minutes, right? and the brown owl, the kind of like the brownie leader, she was like wanting me to put me into pixies or something. I mean, Mum wanted me to go into, I don't know, gnomes or something like that. And so because I wasn't being put into the right 6, my mum took me out, never took me back. I was like, okay. No brownies for me then.
Wow.
She was very particular that I couldn't be a pixie. I was fine. But then again, I did get measles the next day, and that was quite entertaining. Not.
Jeez.
Oh, it must have been Aldershot. There you go. So let's get on with this. Let's get cracking and do the thing. It's so good having you all here. We do appreciate you very, very much. I hope you're sitting comfortably. I forgot to see on a mushroom. That would have been. Wait, no, hold on.
We'll go ahead and not go there, shall we?
Oh, here's what. I grew up in the suburbs. We didn't have payphones. I'd ride my bike alone miles away from home, just back before dinner or dark. Parents never questioned where I'd been. That's exactly it.
Yep.
Like, we're a generation where they had far bigger things to worry about than where the kids were, and that was awesome because that's why we grew up feral. And we can you imagine though, like when we all like in the next 20 years or so, we start taking home. You got a crown. Nice. In the next 10 years or so, when we all sort of like start taking over the old people's homes, it's going to be like Nintendos, it's going to be game systems, it's going to be like rock music played at ridiculous volumes, and it's going to be everybody just like running feral through the corridors. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. It's going to be mayhem.
I heard a comedian say that once. He's like, does it ever occur to any of you that eventually there are going to be people in nursing homes that listen to Dr. Dre? Where's my Dre CD?
That would be absolutely brilliant. Right, you've got a crown. Where's your crown? Show me your crown. Right, okay. Press button A. Oh, there we go. Right, okay then. So we've got some. I'm not very good at doing these slides, so if I mess up on the slides, I'm really sorry, but I can't actually see what we're reading, which is a bit of a nightmare. So I need to bear with me while I just do something serious and professional. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my other document. And I'm going to read it on my other screen.
Yeah.
What? Where?
Yeah, that's what I always do. I always read it on my other screen and project it onto there. when I'm doing
I
it.
cannot be trusted with these things.
It's okay. You got this.
I
You can do it.
can do it. You can do it. Do you want to do the narrative bits or shall I?
I can do the narrative bits if you like.
Yes, that'd be awesome.
Right.
So carry on. You're welcome. Oh, you're all sitting comfortably. Have you all got your cup of tea? You got a nice cushion. Yes.
And we'll
there
begin.
We go.
So, The Angel Intrudes, a play in one act by Floyd Dell. Right, by Floyd Dell. Floyd Dell, New York, Alfred A. Knopf. I don't know who that is. Anyways, it was written in 1922. So, Washington Square by moonlight. A stream of Greenwich villagers hurrying across Brevoort? That's a new one on me. Before the doors are locked. In their wake, a sleepy policeman. The policeman stops suddenly on seeing an angel with shining garments and great white wings who has just appeared out of nowhere. The policeman. Hey, you!
Sir, are you addressing me?
Yes, and I have a good mind to lock you up.
How very inhospitable. Is that the way you treat strangers?
Don't you know it's again the law of New York to parade the streets in a masquerade costume?
No, I don't know. You see, I've just arrived this minute from heaven.
You look it. See here, my lad. You've been drinking too many of them stingers. You'd better take a taxi and go home.
What, so soon?
I know how you feel. I've been that way myself. But I can't leave you go about traipsing about in skirts.
Sir, I'm not traipsing about. I am attending to important business, and I must ask you not to detain me. Thank you.
Not so fast, me laddybuck. What business have you at this hour of night? Tell me that.
I don't mind telling you. It concerns a mortal called James Pendleton.
So you're a friend of Jimmy Pendleton's, are you?
Not exactly. I am his guardian angel.
Well, faith, he needs one. Come me by. I'll see you safe to his door.
Thank you, but if you don't mind, I prefer to go alone.
Good night to you, then. He idly watches the angelic figure walk away, then stares with amazement as it spreads its wings, soars up to the top of the Washington Arch. Pausing there a moment, it soars again into the air, and is seen wafting its way over the neighborhood housetops to the northeast. The policeman shakes his head in disapproval. Jimmy Pendleton is dozing in an easy chair before the great fire in his studio in Washington Mews. A yellow-backed French novel has fallen from his knee to the floor. It's Anatole France's La Revolte des Agnes? Sure.
Angers.
Angers, okay. It looks like Agnes to me, so I'm going to say des Agnes.
Carry on.
Doesn't bode well for the Three Musketeers. A suitcase stands beside the chair. Jimmy evidently about to go on some journey. A clock begins to strike somewhere. Jimmy Pendleton awakes. So I expect I'll do Jimmy, you do Annabelle.
Yes.
Okay. Jimmy. What a queer dream. I'm still kind of in Irish. Hang on a second. 12 o'clock. A taxi ought to be here. He takes 2 tickets from his pocket, looks at them, and then puts them back. Then he commences to pace nervously up and down the room, muttering to himself. Fool! Idiot! Imbecile! He is not, so that you could notice any of these things. He is a very handsome man of 40. There is a blast of auto horn outside. He makes an angry gesture. Too late! That's a taxi. But he stands uncertainly in the middle of the floor. There's a loud pounding on the knocker. Yes.
Knocker singular. If you know, you know.
It's got to knock against something. He makes a movement towards the door when suddenly opens. A lovely lady enters, and he stares at her in surprise. Annabelle. And then there's Annabelle. Oh, Annabelle is little. Annabelle's petulant, upturned lips are rosebud red. Annabelle's round eyes are baby blue. Annabelle is young.
Yes, it's me. I got tired of waiting, and the door was unlocked, so I came right in.
Well.
Aren't you glad to see me?
I'm delighted, but I thought we were to meet at the station.
So we were.
You haven't changed your mind.
No?
Good.
But
Yes.
I got you wondering.
She drifts to the easy chair in front of the fire. Wondering about what? He looks at his watch.
About love.
He lights a cigarette. It's a subject that I can't stand a good deal of wondering about. I've wondered about. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyways, let's start that over. It's a subject that can stand a good deal of wondering about. I've wondered about it myself.
That's just it. You speak so cynically about it. I don't believe you're in love with me at all.
Nonsense. Of course I'm in love with you.
No, you're not.
But I tell you, I am.
No.
Foolish child.
Well, let's not quarrel about it. We'll talk about something else.
I just as a side note, I find it disturbing. It seems to be something in the time frame of a man talking to the woman he supposedly loved as a child. It makes me uneasy. Anyhow.
Yeah, I think it was the time. It was the time. Hello, Blue
Blue
Daffodil, and
Daffodil.
welcome to our little community. Hello. I'm sure I've spoken to you before. So, hello. Right. Where were we? So, poor child. But this is a blind read, so it's always good fun. Right.
Well, what do you suppose this? What do you suppose this insanity is if it's not love? What do you imagine leads me to this preposterous escapade, if not that preposterous passion?
That isn't the way I love you.
Then why do you come with me?
Perhaps I'm not coming.
for now.
I think we've gone off on a different subject here. Yes, you are. It's foolish, mad, wicked, but you're coming. She begins to cry softly. If not 10 minutes away, is safety and peace and comfort. Shall I call a taxi for you? She shakes her head. I thought not. Oh, it's love, all right. Antony and Cleopatra defying the man act. Romance, beauty, adventure. How can you doubt it?
I hate you.
I don't mind. I'd rather hate you myself, and that's the final proof that this is love.
I thought love was something quite different.
You thought it was beautiful. It isn't. It's just blathering folly. We'll both regret it tomorrow.
I won't.
Yes, you will. It's human nature. Face the facts.
Facing the facts is one thing, and being in love is another.
Quite so. Well, how long do you think your love for me will last?
Forever.
I predict that you'll fall in love with the next man you meet.
I think you're perfectly horrid.
So do I. I disapprove of myself violently. I'm a doddering lunatic, incapable of thinking about anything but you. I can't work. I can't eat. I can't sleep. I'm no use to the world. I'm not a man. I'm a mess. I'm about to do something silly because I can't do anything else.
You've no respect for me.
None whatsoever. I love you, and I'm going to carry you off.
You're a brute.
Absolutely. I'd advise you to go straight home.
Perhaps I shall.
Then go quick. In 1 minute, if you're still here, I shall pick you up and carry you off to South America. Quick, there's the door.
I want to go.
Well, why don't you? 30 seconds.
I can't.
Time's up. The die is cast. Lifts her from his chair. She clings to him helplessly. My darling, my treasure, my beloved. Idiot that I am. He kisses her fiercely.
No. Stop.
Never.
Stop. Please. Oh. Let me grab my inhaler.
Pardon me, Miller?
Carry on.
The O is very, very suggestive. The light suddenly goes out, and an instant later blazes out and on. An instant later blazes out again, revealing the angel who has suddenly arrived in the middle of the room. The two of them stare at the apparition.
I hope I'm not intruding.
Why? Well, not exactly.
Jimmy, who is that man?
Jimmy, becoming aware of her and putting her down carefully. Why? The fact is, I don't.
The fact is, madam, I'm his guardian angel.
An angel? Oh.
Tell me, have I intruded?
No, not at all.
Thank you for reassuring me. I feared for a moment that I had made an inopportune entrance. I was about to suggest that I withdraw. Withdraw. Anyway, until you had finished the ceremony, which I seem to have interrupted.
But wasn't that what you came for? To interrupt?
I beg your pardon.
I mean, if you're my guardian angel and all that sort of thing, you must have come to interfere.
I hope you'll not think I would be capable of such a presumption.
You don't want to, so to speak, reform me?
Oh, not at all. I scarcely know you.
But you're my guardian angel, you say?
Ah, yes, to be sure. But the relation of angelic guardianship has for some hundreds of years been a purely nominal one. We have come to feel that it is best to allow mortals to attend to their own affairs.
Then what did you come for?
For a change. One becomes tired of familiar scenes, and I thought that perhaps my relationship to you might serve in lieu of an introduction. I wanted to be among friends.
Oh, I see.
Of course, we're delighted to have you with us. Won't you sit down?
The angel, perching on the back of one of the big chairs.
If you don't mind. My wings, you know.
Have a cigarette.
Thank you. I'm most anxious to learn the more important of your earthly arts and sciences. Please correct me if I go wrong. This is my first attempt to remember. He blows out a puff of smoke.
You're doing it very nicely.
It is incense to the mind.
Well, you must learn to do it like this.
Blowing a load of smoke rings. That is too wonderful an art. I fear I can never learn it.
I will teach you.
If you were my teacher, I think I could learn anything.
Really, Annabelle?
What's the matter?
Ordinarily, I wouldn't mind your flirting with strangers, but...
Jimmy, how can you?
It was my fault, I'm sure. In my fault there was. But what is it to flirt? You see, I wish to learn everything.
I hope you never learned that.
I put myself in your hands.
Would you like a drink?
Thank you. I'm very thirsty. This is very different from what we have in heaven. Much better.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was a whole thing. Go ahead.
Yeah, he drains the glass. And you keep doing the narrating. Keep doing the narrating.
Yeah, he drains the glass back and hands it back. Yeah.
May I have some more?
Be careful.
What should I be careful of?
Don't drink too much of that. It's the first time.
Why not? It's an excellent drink.
The maternal instinct. She's afraid you might make yourself ridiculous.
Angels do not care for appearances.
He stands up magnificently in the chair, towering above them.
Show that I'm magnificent, damn you. Besides,
refilling his glass.
I feel that you do an injustice to this drink. Already it has made a new being of me.
He looks at Annabelle.
I feel an emotion that I have never known before. If I were in heaven, I should sing.
Oh, why won't you sing? Or won't you sing?
The fact is, I know nothing but hymns, and I'm tired of them. That was one reason why I left heaven, and this robe.
He descends to the floor, viewing his garment with disapproval.
Have you an extra suit of clothes you could lend me?
Yes, I think I have some things that might fit. The angel waits. Do you want them now? I'll look. He goes to the bedroom. The angel looks at Annabelle until his gaze becomes insupportable, and she covers her eyes. Then he comes over to her side.
I am very much afraid of you.
He takes her hands in his.
One would never guess it.
I am more afraid of you than I was of God, but even though I fear you, I must come close to you and touch you. I feel a strange, new emotion like fire in my veins. This world has become beautiful to me because you are in it. I want to stay here so that I may be with you.
For how long?
Forever.
Darling!
I am so ignorant. There is something I want to do right now, only I do not know how to go about it properly.
I will teach you.
She kisses him.
She-
Harlot!
Harlot! Slag!
You slag! Heaven was nothing to this.
They kiss again. Enter Jimmy with an old suit of clothes over his arm. He pauses in dumbfounderment, I like that one, at last regains his voice. Well! They look up. Neither of them is perturbed.
Has something happened to annoy you?
Jimmy shakes the clothes at him in an outraged gesture.
I shake my clothes at you, damn you!
I wave my suit at your face.
You watch out for this tie. It's got a vengeance mark on it. Oh, my new costume. Thank you so very much.
He takes the clothes from Jimmy and examines them with interest. I suppose I've no right to complain. You can make love to anybody you like. In fact, now that I come to think of it, I predicted this very thing. I said you'd fall in love with the next man you met. So it's off with the old love and
I have never been in love before.
The fecklessness of women is notorious. It's exceeded only by their
Mendacity.
mendacity.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm learning new
Yummy
things all the time.
vocabulary.
It's exceeded only by their mendacity. But angels have up to this time stood in good repute. Your conduct is scandalous, sir. I am amazed at you.
It may be scandalous, but it should not amaze you. It has happened too often before. I could quote you many texts from learned theological works, and the sons of God looked into the daughters of men and saw that they were fair. But even if it were as unusual as you would imagine, that would not deter me.
You are an unscrupulous wretch. If these are the manners of heaven, I'm glad it's so far away and means of communications are so difficult. A few more of you would corrupt the morals of 5 continents. You're utterly depraved. Here, what are you doing?
I'm taking off my robe so as to put on my new clothes.
Spare the common decencies at least. Go in the other room.
Certainly, if that is the custom here. With the clothes over his arm, he walks into the bedroom. Sorry.
No, I said that wasn't even in. That wasn't even in parentheses, was it?
Rude.
And now tell me, what do you mean by this?
We are in love.
You mean to say that you would throw me over for that fellow?
Why not?
What good is he? All he can do is sing hymns. In 3 months, he'll be a tramp.
I don't care, and he won't be a tramp. I'll look after him.
The maternal instinct. Well, take care of him if you like. But of course, you'll know that in 6 weeks, he'll fall in love with somebody else.
No, he won't. I'm sure I'm the only girl in the world to him.
Of course, you're only Of course, you're the only girl in the world to him. Now, you're the only one he's ever seen. But wait till he sees the others. 6 weeks? On second thought, make it 6 days. Immortal love. Ha!
What difference does it make? You don't understand. Whether it lasts a day or a year, while it lasts, they will be immortal.
How do I look?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Angel enters dressed in Jimmy's old clothes and carrying wings in his hands. Oh, Jesus. He seems exhilarated.
How do I look?
It is customary to wear one's tie tucked inside the vest. The angel flings the ends of the gorgeous necktie over his shoulder.
No, though I have become a man, I do not, without some regret, put on the dull garb of mortality. I would not have my form lose all its original brightness. Even so, it is the excess of glory obscured.
You are quite right, darling.
She tucks the tie inside the vest.
Thank you, beloved. That could be a euphemism, really. And now these wings. Take them and burn them with your own sweet hands, so that I can never leave you, even if I would.
No, I would rather put them away for you in a closet, so you can go and look at them anytime you want to, and see that you have the means to free them ready in your hand. I shall never hold you against your will. The do not want to burn your wings. I really don't. But if you insist.
Sorry. I'm visualizing. I'm visualizing the Scrooged, the chick that does the
Yeah. Sometimes you got to slap them in the face to get their
That's
attention.
the one.
Sometimes you got to slap them in the face to get their attention.
That's the one.
She takes the wings and approaches the grate. Don't let her do it. Fool! You don't know what you're doing. Listen to me. You think that she is wonderful, superior, divine. It is only natural. There are moments when I've thought so myself. But I know why I thought so, and you have yet to learn. Keep your wings, my friend, against the day of your awakening, the day when the glamour of sex is vanished, and you'll see in her, as you will see, an inferior being with a weak body, stunted mind, devoid of creative power, almost devoid of imagination. Jesus Christ, didn't he just say he was in love with her? Utterly lacking in critical capacity, a being who does not know how to work, how to talk, or even how to play. Christ, what an indictment. Annabelle, dropping the wings from the hearth, stares at him in speechless anger.
Sir, do you refer in these vulgar and insulting terms to the companion of my soul, the desire of my heart, the perfect lover whose lips have kindled my dull senses to ecstasy?
I do. Remember that I know her better than you, young man. Take my advice and leave her alone. Even now, it's not too late. Save yourself from this folly while there's still time.
Never.
Then take these tickets, and I hope I never see either of you again. He holds out the tickets. Annabelle, after a pause, steps forward and takes them.
That is really sweet of you, Jimmy.
The blast of an auto horn is heard outside. And there's my taxi. Take that, too.
Farewell.
He opens the door. Annabelle, at his side, turns and blows Jimmy a kiss. Stonily, Jimmy watches them go out. Then he picks up his suitcase, goes with an air of complete finality to the other room. There's a moment's silence. Then the door opens softly, and the angel looks in, enters surreptitiously, seizes up the wings, with them safely clasped to his bosom, vanishes through the door.
Oh, and see.
And see.
Carol Kane. Oh, I loved her so much. California's so nice. I think, you've been over to California, haven't you? I think
I
back
have.
in the day.
About a year and a half in Napa Valley, yes.
Yes, I've heard good stories, and I think that's where you wrote your book as well, wasn't it? Well,
that's where I started writing. Yeah, that's right. That was where I got the inspiration for it. Yes, I've yet to finish it.
I love California. It's awesome. It's good. It's got, I think, more like, is it Northern California that's got more of the hills and the mountains and things? I think. Yes. Hey, Missouri. Of course, Missouri. Yes. Yeah. See, what a look. We've got people from all over the world. Yeah. Oh, Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I've never seen that.
Really?
That's new, isn't it? That's yeah, I think you've told me about that one before, haven't you? But so I hope you enjoyed that play. I enjoyed that. It was good fun, that one. I think that's a good
that is a good one.
I think they're a good little batch of plays that we can do with, as long as you guys enjoyed them. And I think the next thing is we gotta take this down. Are we doing?
Look,
see. How are you feeling?
All right, I'll have a run at first chapter, Three Musketeers. We'll see how it goes.
See how pretty it looks on there in a little frame on there and everything.
That's awesome.
Yay! Thank you to AI for the images. I'm as much as I see. Thing is, right? I absolutely, in certain senses, I am not a fan of the AI, but on other circumstances, I am very much the fan of AI. And if it is, you put all your ideas in, and then if you can create something from your vision, then that's awesome. But if you expect it to have a vision for you, that's not so cool.
Yes.
So. Oh, bless you, Daffodil. Thank you. Well, because I've got a bit of a throat issue, I'm trying to preserve my voice a bit. So Bear's going to take over this next part, and then I shall probably interject at certain points and take the mickey. Yes,
probably. Yeah, I was going to say probably to make fun of my French accent. Yes.
Yeah, his l'accent français.
Yes. I agree that AI in general has its things to answer for, but what it does do is allow small creators like us to use things without having to worry about being penalized for them. So it's something that's
penalized. Sorry, I had to do it.
Nice.
Yeah, quick smart. Whiplash kicks out. Kick him out. You can see that our podcast is freeform. There's really the only kind of like organization we have in it at all in any way, shape, or form is we're going to read this and we're going to read this and then see how it goes. So thank you for coming to our community, Daffodil. That's really, I'm sure I've spoken to you before. I really am. I think you've made lovely comments on previous things that we've been read. Yes. Do you know something, Dee? I made the biggest mistake. I didn't order my buttermint tea while I still had a box left. So I've actually gone about a month without my buttermint tea, and I got it this morning, actually. Was it yesterday morning? As well as my new overhead boom for my microphone. It's awesome. My studio's looking really pro and everything. I'm all grown up. It's fantastic. Absolutely brilliant, in fact. I love it. I'll show you some more of my your pictures. So what else has been going on? What are you all drinking? Are you drinking nice hot drinks or cool drinks? What have you got going on? Silliness is fun. It really is. And it's always good when you guys join in and give us something to be silly about. It helps with the creative process. Has Bear disappeared? He's gone and disappeared on us. Where's he gone?
Sorry, I was coughing.
Oh.
I think I forgot to undo it. I was talking. I was sitting here chattering along. Yeah, it's okay.
Like, blah 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 blah. Oh, I thought you'd gone to powder your nose.
No, I was having a bit of a coughing fit.
Oh, I've just thought powder your nose probably means something different in America to over here. Right. Trip peach and trip peach and ginger. Oh,
Lovely.
Oh, I need to look into that. That sounds absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to have a little look. See, trip peach and ginger. Trip peach and ginger. Do.
I got a hold of this. Is something that somebody had they didn't want. It was a container of black tea. It was cinnamon black tea. It was absolutely from it was Well Now tea. It was absolutely wonderful.
Oh, this seems to be like a wellness tea as well. I like the look of that. I do like the look of that. I don't know if I'll be able to have it, but I would definitely love to give it a try. Oh my goodness, that looks really nice.
We're happy to have you here, Daffodil.
Yes, I think I'm a bit slow on my chat. My chat is a bit slow. I've got something as well. At some point, we've got to ask the question: do you guys want to have comments on the stage or still sort of like in the chat? It's up to you. It's no problem. We can put them on the stage or keep them in the chat if you would prefer. So yeah, that's the other one. So Mr. Bill, do you want me to put some extra pictures on, or are you happy just with this one?
No, that'll do. That'll do. Yes. So yeah, we'll see if we can we'll just do the first chapter of of Three Musketeers, and of course by Alexander Dumas. All right, chapter 1: The Three Gifts of Monsieur d'Artagnan, the Elder. On the first Monday of the month of April 1625, the small town of Myung. I'm going to call it Myung because sure, why not? Appeared to be in a state of revolution.
I can't help you with pronunciations because I'm not reading from the same book.
At that period, alarms were frequent. There were the nobles who made war on each other. There was the king who made war on the cardinal. There was the Spaniard who made war on the king. Moreover, there were robbers, beggars, Huguenots, wolves, and lackeys who made war on the world. So it arose that on the first Monday of the month of April, 1625, the townspeople, hearing a noise, armed themselves and rushed toward the village inn, the Jolly Miller. Having reached it, everyone could see and understand the cause of alarm. A young man. Fancy yourself to Don Quixote, at 18, dressed in a faded woolen doublet, half purple and half sky blue in tint. The face lanky and tanned, the cheekbones high, denoting acuteness, the muscles of the jaw prodigiously developed. The whole figure too bulky for a youth, yet too small for a man. He would have been taken for the son of a farmer had it not been for the long sword, which hanging from a leather belt, clanked against. Really?
Sorry. Showing what he's on his trousers. Sorry, carry on.
For our youth had a steed so remarkable as to attract attention. It was a Bernese Galloway, about 12 or 14 years of age, tawny as an orange, without any hair on its tail, and abundant lumps upon its leg. At a time when everyone knew something of horses, the apparition of the nag in young produced an unfavorable impression which extended even to its rider. D'Artagnan was a good horseman, had sighed when he had accepted the gift from Monsieur d'Artagnan, his father. He knew such a beast was worth about 20 francs. My son, the father had said, you are young, and ought to be brave. But in the first place, because you are a Gascon, and in the second place, because you are my son. As the court, you should ever have the honor to go. Should you ever have the honor to go there, support dignity in the name of a gentleman which has honorably borne by your ancestors for 5,000 years. Look around you for adventures. You have been taught to handle a sword. You have muscles of iron, a wrist of steel. Fight whenever you can. Fuck off. Fight more because duels are forbidden. And so it requires twice as much courage to challenge an opponent. I have but 15 crowns to give you, besides this horse. Your mother will add to them a recipe for a certain salve, which has a miraculous power of curing any wound that does not touch the heart. You're being mean. God, wow.
No, your French accent is brilliant. It's the wrist of iron at that age is inevitable. The best thing about classic literature is that it ages so well, especially when it comes to comedy.
Or doesn't age well when it's not meant to be comedy.
I'm sorry, I'll be grown up.
I wish to speak of our old neighbor, Monsieur de Troisville, who has the honor, while a boy, of playing with our King Louis VIII. Sometimes their sports turned to battles, and the king had not always the best of it. Yet the cuffs he received from Monsieur Troisville imbued him with a great deal of friendship for him. Behold him now, captain of the Life Guards, chief of the legion of fire eaters upon whom the king depends, and who are feared by the cardinal. Monsieur Troisville began the world as you do. Go to him with this letter, and may you meet with the same success. The same day our youth took his way, his fist doubled from Tarbes to Mung. God damn. But there, when he dismounted at the door of the Jolly Miller, without anyone coming to hold the stirrup of his horse, he perceived at the open window of the room on the ground floor a gentleman of handsome figure and distinguished air, conversing with two persons who listened with great deference. D'Artagnan imagined that they were talking about him, and listened. He was not the subject of conversation, but his horse. The gentleman seemed to be enumerating its qualities, and his hearers every moment gave way to bursts of laughter. D'Artagnan was really insulted. He pulled his cap over his eyes, placed one hand on the guard of his sword, and the other on his hip. "Hallo, sir," he inquired. "You, sir, you hide behind the shutter. Yes, you. Tell me what you are laughing at, and we shall laugh together." The gentleman slowly turned his head.
It was a doubled up fist.
I know. I know it was. I know it was.
Carry on. Sorry.
The gentleman slowly turned his head from the steed to the rider, slightly knit brows after a pretty long pause, with an accent of insolence impossible to describe. He answered to D'Artagnan, "I am not speaking to you, sir." "But I am speaking to you, sir," cried the young man, exasperated by the mixture of politeness and disdain. The gentleman regarded him a moment with a slight smile, Then, leaving the window, slowly sauntered out of the inn and stationed himself opposite the horse, at 2 paces from D'Artagnan, who drew his sword a foot out of his scabbard. No? Okay.
I'm trying not to say anything.
I was waiting for it.
I was just like, I can't. He's doing so well reading this, and the French accent was amazing. And I was like, I can't keep interrupting him with love. It's just so funny.
This horse decidedly is, or has been, a jewel, he went on, addressing his auditors at the window. It is of a color well known in botany, but very rare among horses. D'Artagnan was not the man to let anyone escape who had the insolence to quiz him. As the gentleman started to return to his friends, he drew his sword and pursued him, exclaiming, turn, sir, that I may not strike you from behind. Strike me? Exclaimed the other, quickly turning around and regarding the youth with such astonishment as contempt. Go along with you, little boy. You are crazy. He had scarcely finished when D'Artagnan made a furious pass at him. Seeing that the affair was beyond a joke, the unknown drew his sword, saluted his adversary, and gravely put himself on his guard. But at the same moment, his friends, accompanied by the host of the Jolly Miller, fell pell-mell upon D'Artagnan with broomsticks, pokers, and tongs. While the lad turned to...
Carry on. Oh, goodness gracious me.
While the lad turned to face the shower of blows, his opponent put up his sword, muttering, Plague upon these Gascons. Put him astride his orange-colored horse and pack him off. Not before I have slain you, you coward, cried D'Artagnan, at the time making the best resistance he could, and not yielding one step to his 3 opponents, who still showered blows upon him. The contest continued for some moments longer, until at last, completely worn out, D'Artagnan dropped his sword, which was broken in 2 by a blow from a stick, and just at that moment another blow, which cut open his forehead, stretched him nearly senseless upon the ground. It was at this juncture that all the inhabitants of the town hastened to the scene of the action. Fearing a disturbance, the host carried the wounded youth to the kitchen, where some attention was bestowed upon him. As for the stranger, he returned to the window and viewed the crowd with impatience.
What?
Well, how is him? I heard it. Well, how is the madman now? Said he, turning and addressing his host. He is better. He rallied his strength to defy you, the host replied. Also, he slapped his pocket and said, We shall see that Monsieur de Treville will say about this insult offered to his protege. Monsieur de Treville, said the unknown attentively. While this Gascon was senseless, did you not examine his pockets? What does they contain? What is it? What?
He wants to see what's in his pockets.
Well, unless there's a hole in his pocket, he's fine.
Yeah, but he's patting it, he's examining it. Come on now. There's a lot of pocket focus going on here.
A letter addressed to Monsieur de Treville, captain of the guards. The stranger fell into a reverie that lasted some minutes. Come, mine host, he said with length. Will you not rid me of this madman? He annoys me. Where is he? On the first story, was they addressing his wounds.
Come on.
All his clothes and bag with him. Has he not taken it off his doublet? On the contrary, they are both below in the kitchen, said the host, since this youth annoys you. But, muttering, the unknown descended to the kitchen. In the meantime, the host had gone upstairs and found that D'Artagnan had recovered his senses. Half stunned, without doublet, and with his head completely enveloped in cloths, he arose, pushed by the innkeeper, and descended the stairs. On reaching the kitchen, the first object he saw was his opponent at the door of a heavy carriage drawn by 2 Norman horses. Seeing D'Artagnan, he threw himself in, and the coachman whipped his horses, and they started off at a gallop. "Oh, coward, false-hearted gentleman!" D'Artagnan cried, but a giddiness seized him, and he fell down in the street, still crying, "Coward!" "He is a coward," muttered the host, thinking to flatter the youth, and feeling that he would have to stay at the inn for several days to recover. He helped D'Artagnan rise and return, urging him not to move about until his wounds healed. But the following day D'Artagnan got up and went down to the kitchen, demanded oil, rosemary, and other ingredients of his mother's recipe, and compounded the salve with how do you pronounce that?
Was it salve? How is it spelled?
Salve, S-A-L-V-E.
Yeah, salve.
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 With which he rubbed his wounds. He could walk comfortably that evening, and was almost cured by the next day. But at the moment that he was paying for the oil and rosemary, he found nothing in his pockets but his little purse. As for the letter to Monsieur de Troisville, it had disappeared. Excuse me. He looked very patiently for it, turning his pockets out 20 times, rummaging his bag, opening his purse. At last he was convinced that it was gone. Where is this letter? He roared it. Where is this letter? D'Artagnan, and let me tell you that it is for Monsieur de Troisville, and it must be found. Otherwise, he will take care to find it himself. The threat completely frightened the innkeeper. Next to the king and the cardinal, Monsieur de Troisville was the man whose name was most frequently in the mouths of the citizens and the military. A sudden flash of light illuminated the mind of his host. This letter is not lost, he cried. No, it has been taken from you. Taken? And by whom? By the stranger. Yesterday, he went into the kitchen where your doublet was lying, and was there entirely alone. I will wager that anything that it was he who stole it from you. You really think so? Said D'Artagnan, for he knew better than anyone the purely personal nature of the letter, and that nothing was to be gained from it by a stranger. I tell you, I am quite certain of it, said the host. When I told him that you had a letter from the illustrious Monsieur de Troisville, he appeared quite disturbed, demanded where the letter was, and immediately went to the kitchen where your doublet was lying. He is a thief, said D'Artagnan. I will complain of him to Monsieur de Troisville. And he drew from his pocket 2 crowns, which he handed to the host, and who followed him hat in hand to the gate. Here the lad remounted his yellow horse. I thought it was orange. With which he carried him without any further delay to the gate of Saint Antoine in Paris. There he sold the animal for 3 crowns, entered Paris on foot, carrying his small bag under his arm, and proceeded until he found a lodging suitable for his slender resources. This chanced to be a sort of garret in the Rue. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, near the Luxembourg. Having taken possession, D'Artagnan spent the remainder of the day sewing his doublet and breeches some tags and laces that his mother had secretly taken from a nearly new doublet of the elder D'Artagnan. When he purchased a new blade for his sword, he asked the way to Monsieur de Troisville's hotel, and finally went to bed, to sleep the sleep of the brave. This sleep lasted until 9 o'clock in the morning, at which hour he arose to repair to the hotel of the famed Monsieur de Troisville, who, in the estimation of D'Artagnan's father, was a 3rd person in the realm.
Very good. That was done really well. Your French accent is a lot better than mine. And to be perfectly fair, you make it bearable.
And you speak, yeah, because I don't go into it real heavy. So you speak French.
Je parle français. Combien aussi? Yes, that was absolutely brilliant. That was fantastic. I love that. I think everybody enjoyed that one very, very much. Now, lovely, 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 lovely beans. It's that time. I'm going to hopefully try and do another chapter of the Box of Delights tomorrow. I need to catch up on that one because it's been a minute. There is a lot going on with my voice, unfortunately, but there is a lot of positive things, and I'm gonna have a lot going on with it over the next few months, and it's all lovely and tickety boo. Now, thank you guys for being here. We really appreciate it, and it's nice that we can do this and we can share it as a little community, and we're all together. And can you feel the love in the room? I'm actually throwing hearts as we speak. I'm throwing Korean hearts right now.
Well, it's good that you were here anyway at all, Northman. That's good. It's good to see you.
Yeah. Oh, it's okay, Northman. Don't you worry. But you, as you can see, you've got the blue spanner now. Because thank you. Yes, we will see you again. We'll be back on tomorrow, and we'll be back on 8:30. So that's 8:30 tomorrow. So that's Greenwich Mean Time, UTC. I think from California that's 8 hours. Is it?
Actually, we're the time. I don't know. Well, time is changing here. So if for anywhere the time is changing, that's going to be what we're spring forward. So it's going to be 4:30.
Yes. So
Yeah.
4:30 on the East Coast. So if it's so it's 3 hours between you and the West Coast.
Yep. Yeah. So 3 hours. So yeah. So it'd be what 1:30 in the afternoon, West Coast.
Yeah. 1:30 tomorrow. Yes, we will be here tomorrow, and we'll bring you some more stories. And yeah, it's always fun with you guys here. We appreciate you very, very much. And yes, it's probably good night from me, and I'm going to rest my voice for tomorrow. And it's good night from him.
Have a wonderful evening, all.
Yes, thank you. Have a good evening.
Toodaloo.
And take care.